G'day, your dictator here. Today we're going to be reviewing a video. The smarter rental strategy investors are switching to. Let's start.
In recent years, Queensland has been pulling in more people than almost anywhere else in Australia. Huge migration flows from Victoria and New South Wales keep heading north. And
I'd say from abroad as well, not just internal.
according to the latest ABS data, Queensland remains the #1 internal migration destination in the country. And that means more people moving in, more renters looking for homes, and more pressure on the housing market to keep
A lot more pressure on the housing market. I went to do an inspection the other day for a rental. More than 100 people. It was insane.
up with the demand. This shift is quietly creating one of the most interesting opportunities
Opportunities for investors maybe and the rich, but for anyone who doesn't own a property and is stuck in the rental system, you're screwed.
for flexible housing models like co-living. If you strip it back and think about what's really happening, it's simple. People are choosing lifestyle, jobs, affordability, and space. Cities like Brisbane, the Gold Coast, and the Sunshine Coast are growing fast, and that growth isn't slowing down.
You're right, that growth isn't slowing down. We have to do something about this. The growth is insane and unsustainable.
More workers, students, professionals, and families means more demand for rental housing, and traditional long-term rentals
Exactly. It's all about demand.
are starting to feel the squeeze. Vacancy rates
Not starting, this has been going for a while. It's just getting worse.
in many Queensland markets are tight and rents are rising. When demand
Rising horribly.
outpaces supply, renters start looking for alternatives that are flexible, affordable, and community focused. Start looking for alternatives that are flexible, affordable, and community.
I'm not looking for something that's flexible, affordable, and community focused. I'm looking for something that's just affordable, nice, and that I can think of in the future starting a family with. It's really hard to start a family when you're stuck in a tiny hole that you can barely fit yourself into.
Focused. That's where co-living begins to make sense. Co-living isn't a fad. It's a practical response to real housing pressure. Instead of a single tenant in a house or apartment, co-living allows multiple people to live independently under one roof.
Squeezing more people into less space. Great, that's what we all need. That's the Australian dream.
Everyone has their own private space, and shared areas like kitchens and lounges are designed to be usable. For renters, it means lower weekly costs and
It doesn't mean lower weekly costs and more flexibility. The demands push the prices up. You're still paying more than you were before, but getting less. Every time I'm forced to find a new place to live, I pay more than I did previously, but I'm living in a smaller place than I was before as well. I'm paying more and getting less.
more flexibility. For investors, it means higher rental income and stronger yields.
That's exactly it. Those who own property are getting more and more.
Now let's talk numbers, because this migration trend is reshaping how markets perform. When large number of people shift from Victoria and New South Wales into Queensland, pushes rental demand up. A property that might bring in $600 a week as standard rental can generate well above $1,200 a week.
$600 for a property. You can pay $600 for a studio apartment. No one's getting a house like that for $600. Not anywhere near the city anyway.
When operated as co-living. That increase in gross rent is exactly what commercial investors begin to notice.
Ah, you got it. Commercial investors wanting more money, squeezing people in. We see who the winners are here.
Queensland's popularity also means that tenants are willing to commit to co-living arrangements that offer convenience and community.
I'm not sure they're so much committed to it, but forced into it. When you don't have a choice, you don't have a choice. You squeeze into one of these things, or you live on the street. I mean,
That's especially true for people moving from interstate without family nearby, or workers who want to live close to the city centers.
exactly. If you don't have family you can live with, you're stuck. If you have rich parents with a house, You're lucky.
without paying top end rents. Co living isn't just about cheaper housing, it's about a lifestyle that fits the realities of today's workforce. People want
Yeah, that's exactly what it is about, lifestyle. Being stuck under the same roof with other people that you don't get to choose who are. Like the criminal I was stuck with last time, which led to police continually visiting and calls to triple O, violent threats and attacks. It's insane. And if you want to leave, well, you're stuck under your contract. You'll have to pay up for an early breaking fee. Domestic violence? No, it's only domestic if you're in a relationship. If you're stuck under the same roof as a violent criminal, that's your problem. You're not in a relationship with them, so there's no protection for you.
connection, flexibility, and value. And Queensland growth is amplifying that demand. For investors, internal migration trends are a clear signal. When ABS data shows Queensland pulling more residents from Victoria and New South Wales year after year, that isn't just a statistic. It's a story about where demand is building. Traditional housing stock struggles to keep up and
Yep, it's struggling to keep up. There's not enough and there's too many people.
vacancy rates tighten. Co-living steps into that gap. It gives investors a way to respond to rising demand while still maintaining strong fundamentals.
It gives the investors ways to milk people for more money.
Higher yields, diversified income streams, and reduced vacancy risk compared with long-term single tenancies. This demand isn't temporary either. Many of the people moving to Queensland are doing so for work opportunities, lifestyle changes, or affordability reasons that are long-term. Looking at co-living not as a niche play, but as a natural evolution of how housing demand is shifting across states. Of course, co-living isn't right for every property or every market, but in places where migration flows are strong, like Brisbane, the Sunshine Coast, and the Gold Coast, the fundamentals are compelling.
It's happening everywhere that's not in the middle of nowhere. It's not just Brisbane. People are being forced into smaller places to give more money to landlords everywhere. It's not just interstate immigration. It's international immigration. Was it 2023 or 2024 when we increased population by 400,000 people through immigration? Because, we had those beds to spare.
Combination of rising demand, tight vacancies, and a growing population means that flexible housing models could outperform many traditional approaches. At the end of the day,
Outperforms it for the investors. Underperforms for the renters.
internal migration isn't just moving people around, it's reshaping entire housing markets. And when one state consistently attracts more residents than any other, as Queensland has, investors start to pay attention. Co-living is emerging as a part of the solution to housing pressure.
That's not a solution to housing pressure. That's just a way to milk people for more money.
And a strategic opportunity for those thinking long term. If this perspective helped you see Queensland's property market a little differently, make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. And if you want to understand how co-living works in real Queensland suburbs and what to look for before getting involved, stay connected. We will be breaking it down step by step in our upcoming videos. So this is Rajan Sharma, COO of Investor Partner Group, signing off. If you want to know more, feel free to DM me or put your queries in the comment. I'll be more than happy to respond to your queries.
And that summarizes a lot of what's going on. Welcome to Australia. Welcome to Queensland. Welcome to Brisbane. You get less while paying more. It's inconceivable. Don't blame this guy. He's not the cause. He's just trying to do his thing. It's the government. They're continually bringing more and more people and causing this to happen. Causing the poorer part of the community to become ever poorer and have less. While those with money, properties, investments have ever more. Link to his video in the description. Have a good one. If you want to be a loyal minion of your dictator or just keep up to date with my news, Subscribe below.